PNW Components has always made it a point to make their droppers reliable, adjustable, affordable, and just downright nifty. The Rainier Gen 3 has been a long-term favorite of ours, but earlier this year, they released the Loam Dropper. They're super similar in price, but how are they different? Stay tuned, and we'll do some comparing for you. If you're looking at buying a new dropper post around the time of us filming this, there's a huge chance you're seriously considering either the PNW Components Rainier Gen 3 or the Loam Dropper. Unless you're watching this video in the year 2057 and mountain bikes float and you're just riding a mountain hologram which uses your brain's thoughts to drop the seat post. I drifted off again? Ah, shoot, I'm so sorry. Where were we? Oh yeah, people love PNW droppers because they're simple, reliable, and affordable. At the time of filming this video, the Rainier Gen 3 sells for $179, while the Loam sells for $199, so $20 more for the Loam. But what's different about these posts, and what do you get for that extra $20 of hard-earned moolah? Alright, between both of these dropper posts, there are a few differences. There's about 4 or 5 differences or so, but really the main one that I think is the major selling point to help you make up your mind if you want to spend that extra $20 is weight. So let's start there. The Loam Dropper is about 12% lighter than the Rainier Gen 3. That's about 70 to 80 grams of difference depending on the size that you're comparing. People that aren't into mountain biking will probably think that you are ridiculous for wanting to save 70 to 80 grams, but seriously, when you're talking about a 30 to 35 pound bike, 70 to 80 grams is a big difference, and I really think that that's the main difference when you're thinking about spending that extra $20. Other than weight, the Loam Dropper is also a little bit shorter in insertion depth compared to the Rainier Gen 3. Not a ton. I don't think that this is really going to be a huge deciding factor, but it is just another cool little added bonus when you're spending that extra $20 for the lighter dropper post. You get about 8 to 10 millimeters less overall insertion on the Loam Dropper compared to the Rainier. Also, the Loam is a little shorter on the top side as well, so overall the Loam is 13 to 18 millimeters shorter in total length compared to the Rainier, depending on which drop you get. So when you're right on the cusp of a dropper post being just too long, hey, that 13 to 18 millimeters difference might save you and help you use a longer dropper post. Another cool feature that the Loam has over the Rainier is an adjustable air cartridge. The Rainier has a totally sealed air cartridge, so you can't adjust it and you can't add or subtract air to overall basically change how fast the dropper post rebounds. But with the Loam Dropper, you can. The Loam Dropper has an air valve right underneath the saddle clamp hardware, so pop all that off and then you can either add or subtract air to change how fast or slow, it's hard to do this without it being a bike, there we go, how fast or slow your dropper returns back out. We actually have another video where we compared the Rainier Gen 3 to the 1UP Dropper V2. You can check out that video by clicking up here. There's also a link in the description below the video. But one of the things that we did say the 1UP had the edge over the Rainier Gen 3 is return speed and the fact that you can't adjust how fast or slow it returns. We're not saying that the Rainier returns so slow that it makes it a pain in the butt or a negative, really. It's just one thing that we kind of liked a little better about the 1UP. But with the Loam Dropper, which is basically the same price as the 1UP, you have that adjustable return speed, which we think is a nice little thing. Is that alone worth the $20? I don't think so, but it's worth mentioning. Most of you guys probably know that the Rainier Gen 3 has adjustable travel, and just like the Rainier, the Loam Dropper does as well. The Loam Dropper, you can reduce the travel by up to 25 millimeters in 5 millimeter increments. So basically, if you get the Loam Dropper in 200 millimeters of drop, you can actually adjust that down to 195, 190, 185, 180, or 175 millimeters. That way you can really fine tune where this thing tops out at and really fine tune which length dropper you can use. That helps a lot of people that are shorter with smaller bikes use longer droppers, and it's a really nice thing, and we're hoping that pretty much every brand incorporates that in the future. When looking at the Rainier, you actually get more drop. Same exact method, just undo the collar right here, and again, that video that we had comparing the Rainier to the 1UP shows exactly how to do that. Basically just undo that collar, lift it up, and you can just spin this little piece of plastic. You can actually do it up to 30 millimeters with the Rainier Gen 3, so an extra 5 millimeters of adjustable drop, which is definitely nice, again, when you're counting those millimeters. All right, fine. We'll talk about this one last difference when looking at the Loam versus Rainier Gen 3, and that is these colorful silicone bands. Yay! Anyways, there is a silicone band here on the collar or seal head on the Loam Dropper, and you can simply swap that out. Just grab it off there with your fingernails and pull it off. It comes stock with a black band, but for just a couple extra bucks, you can change it to one of 7 other colors. We've got gray, we've got red, purple, blue, turquoise, green, and no, this isn't tan. This is Dune, baby. They call it Dune. It's kind of fun. Oh, there's also orange, but we didn't have that, Alex said. Sorry about that. Use your imagination.
Imagination.
And if you actually choose to get the PNW Loam lever, because dropper posts pretty much never include a lever, if you buy the PNW Loam lever, you can get it to have the colored rubber pad, and you can get it in gray or red or turquoise or green, whatever, and it all matches perfectly. Same rubber, same color, so it's all gonna match exact. Same thing with the PNW Loam grips as well. All right, last minute stats that you probably want to know. Both of these come in 125, 150, 175, or 200 millimeters of drop. Both are available in 30.9, 31.6, or big boy 34.9. Also, one cool thing to note is that the Rainier actually comes in 27.2 for those gravel grinders, and that is not an option for the Loam. Both of these are also internally routed only, like most droppers these days. Neither of them include a lever, neither include a cable or housing, and also either of them are compatible with, of course, any PNW dropper remote, and they're also compatible with pretty much any other dropper lever that clamps the cable at the remote. And last but not least, both of these have PNW's lifetime warranty. We're not kidding. We not only have to rarely ever warranty a PNW dropper, but in the times that we had, it was extremely easy. So if you want a very, very easy purchase up front and in the long term to get the service and care that PNW provides, I can pretty much promise you that you're gonna have a good experience. We really like these guys. Well, there you have it. That is the PNW Rainier Gen 3 versus the PNW Loam Dropper. Now, what do you guys think? Which one of these would you stick in your bike? Is it worth that 20 extra bucks for the weight savings, or would you rather save the 20 bucks and go and buy a burrito? Let us know in the comments below. Or 2 burritos. That would be a very expensive burrito. Find a new burrito place if it's $20 a burrito. If you're in need for a new dropper and you want to snag either of these, head over to our website at thelostco.com. We've got free shipping in the USA over 49 bucks, so either of these things are going to ship for free and show up at your door lickety split. All right, until next time, Canada just opened their border up to USA tourists, so we're headed to Whistler for the first time in a long time. Thanks. Later.